So, getting into New York Comic Con this past week, it was a good amount of people out there. I've had family and friends who had gone to it, attended this year, and they said it was decent. Of course, due to the strike, the presence of Hollywood was not as extravagant as years past. But then again, the movies and TV series that have been popping out, and even the comic books, haven't been that great. I mean, perfect example is all you have to do is go down to Artist Alley down below, in that section of the Comic-Con, and you can see how crowded it was, because there are a lot of comic book fans out there looking for something new, original, and obviously not political in any way. It's just a plain good story as it was. And we could talk about a lot of the panels that was out there, but there's not too much to speak of. Some news have come out of it, some good, some bad. David Tennant showed up, but really, because of the strike, he didn't really go into detail on a lot of things. He just talked about itself. What? But getting into what I think was a couple of the important things. First thing off, a lot of people were pissed off that Archer just abruptly ended its season, but it's not over yet. And what happened at Comic-Con, there was an announcement that, and a bit of a trailer, is that there is, I believe, three more episodes to go, and it is going to be done in a special finale event, but we'll have to wait until December. That's Archer Into the Cold was announced. These are three half hour that will literally wrap up the series. Haven't caught season 14 yet. The 8 episodes are available on Hulu, including previous seasons. I mean, this was one of my favorite shows. I'm sorry to see it go. 14 has been okay. There's been some a new character added on. Natalie, the voice of Natalie Drew, playing Super Agent Zara Khan, was added to the fold. But I think it was a little bit too late for her character. As this season was going out, it would have been nice if they were done it about like 1 or 2 seasons ago with this character, because she happens to be a sort of opposite to Archer in a way, since now that Lana has taken over the agency with Archer's mother gone to retirement since the passing of Jessica Walter. So they wrote it in that she's retired and Lana has taken over the agency. So we'll expect to see that sometime December. It's about like mid-December that we will catch that ending. Meanwhile, skipping over to Japan, Toei was at New York Comic Con to introduce a new Dragonball series that it will be coming next year. There are mixed reviews of it. This is Dragonball Damia, if I'm pronouncing that right. It is celebrating the 40th anniversary of the series. It is a brand new series that Toriyama has written, but some critics are on there saying that it might be a GT 2.0. The animation looks good, and from what it looks like, yeah, but instead of Goku being turned into a Chomp, looks like mostly all the characters are being wished to be turned back into children. They're going to be losing their most of their high-end powers, but it'll be interesting what will come of this, because most people wanted the Black Frieza saga to happen. I mean, eventually, I think that's going to be eventually the next movie down the line. But we'll look forward to Dragon Ball, this new series, Damia, next year. Now, switching gears over to Adult Swim, which Adult Swim has been doing very well lately, especially with Checkered Past. That's been going on right now, that Adult Swim has taken over from the 5 p.m. slot straight on through the night until 6 a.m., which is probably going to continue to change once more. But over at New York Comic Con, fans got to see a preview of the new season of Aqua Teen Hunger Force. It's only 5 episodes long, which was ordered. But from what I understand, from the clips that have been shown online, it doesn't look too bad. It seems to be the same type. There have been some changes. They promise it's not AI emphasized or anything of that nature. No AI was used. The clip that was shown was seeing Master Shake hooked up to a VR. While the VR world looked cool, it snapped back to the living room as they always done before. And, the show moves on from that point. But I'm glad they brought it back. Because the way they left it off, killing off the Fry and Shake, and just Meatwad getting married and all that, and him stopping by the old house to look in the window and everything of that nature, and that's how it ended. Those of you who haven't seen it, sorry if I ruined it for you, but they needed more to this. It was a great. It will and still be a great show. If they continue the way they've done for many years now. This has always been a cult classic on Adult Swim. I mean, I have a bunch of the DVD sets myself in my collection. Well, on the tails of what AMC Network is doing, we've caught the Rick Grimes trailer. They did another teaser to it, not too much more given out on that. We just finished off Daryl Dixon. Sorry if I ruined it for anyone before, but Carol shows up. Basically, season 2 will focus a little bit on Carol as she searches for Daryl on there, which basically season 2 is toted the Book of Boba Fett. No, I'm sorry, the Book of Carol. If you're on there for AMC, get something. Book of Carol, really, going on the Book of Boba Fett. But it's basically, that's what's going on. But meanwhile, on the heels of one of their most popular shows, Orphan Black is returning with a new series called Echoes, starring Kristen Ritter, which the trailer was debut at Comic-Con. It's supposed to be set in the near future. It takes a deep dive in the exploration of scientific manipulation of human existence, which follows a group of women as they weave their way into each other's lives and embark in a thrilling journey of unraveling the mystery of their identity and uncovering the wretched story of love and betrayal. I mean, I did like the original one. And now that we have Kristen Ritter to be taking the show to the next level, hopefully it will be good. It's supposed to be on AMC, AMC Plus, and BBC America, if BBC America is still around to air it. Meanwhile, over on Apple TV, which them and Legendary was also there. In fact, the first episode just dropped. If you haven't heard about this, there is a Monarch Legendary Monster series, which is based on the Godzilla Legendary Pictures series of movies that have been out. Basically, it is the main premise is two siblings are following in their father's footsteps to uncover their family's connection to a secretive organization known as Monarch. $10 that basically Godzilla's not going to show up too much in this. I mean, it may show up every once in a while, or it's going to show up at the beginning and in the season finale on there. But of course, this is on Apple TV. It's hit and miss on Apple TV as far as their shows, but so far it's still mixed reviews on what has happened with how this series is going on. Kurt Russell's also in this as well, so we'll stay tuned to see how this series does. Well, then in horror news, Jason Blum had a panel concerning about the new movie coming out, Night Swim, which looks very interesting on there, and his company Blumhouse. But one thing he did mention, which is the merger is getting closer. If you know that basically Blumhouse and Atomic Monster which is James Wan's company. They're moving together to merge as a big new horror company. You know, you have the likes of some of the movies from Blumhouse, like Paranormal Activity, The Purge, Happy Death Day, Unfriend, The Exorcist, Sinister. Meanwhile, Atomic Monster, you added The Conjuring, Insidious, and Saw. And, you know, collectively, these companies has grossed $11.6 billion worldwide since 2004. And they, you know, the one thing that they struck gold for teaming up, and this is why they're going to, is that they put out that movie Megan at the beginning this year, which done very well. And, you know, we do expect a sequel to Megan, and, you know, hopefully that'll be sooner than later. But, you know, hey, listen, horror has been one of the things that is continuing to make money. Not that gigantic $2 billion, anything like that. They're making money where basically they can spend $20 million on a movie and still make $100 million, $200 million, and, you know, walk away with money in their pocket. Because in the end, that's all you need. You have a good script, you get a good acting, good effects, and, you know, people will go to see your films. This is why horror has been standing out more than anything else in the last 2 years. And then, of course, we did get a sneak peek behind the new Scott Pilgrim anime, which looks very good. If you recognize the music in the background in the trailer, if you've seen the trailer, it is a la Mortal Kombat in a way. But the animation looks really good, what you would expect a Scott Pilgrim anime to look like. You know, it has promise. And from what I understand, some people that have seen a couple scenes from it, it basically holds up to it, especially with the original voice actors joining on. So we expect that in the next couple of weeks on Netflix. I'm hoping that they did do a Japanese voice acting version, which I expect that to happen. I'd be curious how it's handled there, how it's, you know, the voice acting for that, who they chose, and you know, because sometimes some people like the Japanese version versus, you know, but, you know, in this case, the English dub is the original actors from the film itself. And then finally here, before we sweep away on this, Matthew Vaughn also showed up at Comic-Con to, of course, tease the Argyle movie, which will be out, I think it's next year on that, which is very interesting. You know, it's sort of a la Kingsman, but he also included that they are working on another Kingsman movie. I don't know why they say a third. Do they count Kingsmen as not being a Kingsman movie? But they are working on another one. And of course, they are planning to do, and I hate to say this, you know, a reboot of Kick-Ass. You know, he mentions that because the kind of changes the perception of what a superhero film is, it's time that we do something similar to that nature. They are bringing back some of the characters, but there'll be newer characters added to the fold. So tell me in the comments below your thoughts on all of this together that we've brought to you on this bonus round of the Fast Five. Don't forget to check us out every Monday at 12 noon Eastern here on all of our social media platforms. And don't forget, this week, check out from Tuesday to Thursday, Man with the Show. Two episodes a day that we're bringing to you as well. And it's on YouTube, BitChute, Rumble, and of course, Odyssey. So until next Monday on the next Fast Five, we'll see you then. And like I said, check out Man with the Show. Another episode will be landing today when this particular Fast Five airs. So do check it out. We have a lot of info to give you. And until next Monday, have a good week and stay strong.
Thanks for watching. Before you go, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and share this video. Also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe as it helps us increase the reach of our channel. Once again, thank you for watching and your support.